Let me just give you another example. Oh, really quickly. To get your cup, to join me on my journey of self-forgiveness, self-healing, no more condemnation. Join me on this, because let me tell you something. Oh, you picked them up?
I know.
Oh my gosh. Hold on.
My hand is there.
Oh my gosh. Come and look at my son, y'all. Come on. This is what grace and mercies look like. I'm going to post a video after this, and in the video, the doctor's going to show you how... I don't have him, babes. Make sure you have him. In the video, the doctor is going to tell you herself how my baby had a fractured femur before Blake stepped on his leg, and a fractured ankle. And now all he has on is a cloth bandage around him, and he's already crawling around. And this happened last Friday. So I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know about you, but God, there's so many people that lost their lives to COVID, but not you. There's so many people right now that are struggling with infertility, but there you are with children. So many people right now that can't pay their bills, but somehow they're getting by, somehow, So I want you guys to join me on this journey of recognizing that our cups are full of grace and mercy because of God. Our cups are full. Thank you, Ticinia. Our cups are full, and not just our cups, y'all. Not just our cups. It's the cups of our children too. It's the cups of our husbands, or the cups of our future husbands for those women that are single. It's the cups of our children. Like I said, my son Cyrus, my pastor, like one day I pray that my son can walk boldly in his truth. And he's come so far. My son has come so far. So far, guys. And right now he has his own place. And today he got his own job. And people, like the devil will make you think that your cup is empty. The devil will want you to say, well, when all the chaos is going around you, the devil wants you to say, well, look at your cup empty. Look at your cup empty. Man, as long as there's still a drop in your cup, it's semi-full. Once you can look in your cup, once you can look in the mirror, you know that there's grace, guys. There's grace. So the reason why I wanted to do this is because last Friday, when my son was injured, these do not have a lid. You know why they don't have a lid? Somebody just asked me. That was a great question. Does this cup have a lid? The answer is no, because sometimes God's grace needs to overflow from your cup into somebody else's cup. So there's no lid on these cups, just like there's no lid on God's grace and mercy. There's no lid on this cup, just like there's no lid on God's grace and mercy. So I would like for you to join me. Over the next 60 days, I'm going to be talking about a faithful life. A faithful life, guys. And I want some of you guys to wake up in the morning. Here's another idea. Babes, do you have an empty cup for me?
Yeah, I have one that I stashed, babes.
I want you to give me that.
Don't tell anybody that, please.
Give me that. I got one more idea that I want from you guys.
I stashed the cup, y'all, and
I got one more idea that I want to share with you guys that it just dropped on my spirit just now.
Can you please don't tell anybody that I stashed the cup?
Thanks, babe.
I stashed one, y'all.
I have one more idea for you guys that just dropped on my spirit just now. Babes, can I get a piece of paper, please?
Yes. 2 seconds.
It doesn't matter. It's a regular piece of paper. It's okay. I don't care if something's on it. That's just a blank paper. Yeah, that's fine. I had an idea for you guys. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you shall find, right? So one morning, I want you to have a cup that's going to be full like this, that you're going to have your first drink with. And I also want you to have another cup, right? And in your second cup, this is just for you. Or you could ask your kids to do the same thing. But if it's just for you, if you're the praying parent in the house, I want you to get another cup, right? And this cup is for you to write down your prayer requests. So during the next 60 days, we're going to have something to pray about intensely together. So one of my prayer requests is to have a healthy birth with Arvea, right? So I'm going to write that down. And I'm going to drop my prayer request into my cup. Another one that I have is for Byron to be strong enough by the end of the year to have surgery, right? So another one is Byron's strength. So I'm going to drop that into my cup too. Because this is my cup that God fills up every morning with grace and mercy. And this is my cup that I'm going to offer to God of my prayer request. And at the end of the 60 days, I want us all to join in and see how many of our prayer requests were answered. Because God said, if it's in his will, if you ask and it's in his will, you shall receive it. You shall receive it. So for the single moms out there, I want you to have your cup that you're going to drink out of. And I want you to have your cup that is going to be your prayer request cup. So when you write about, oh, go ahead, princess. Go ahead, princess. Make sure you send me a picture of your cups, princess. I love her. For the single moms, right? This is what I want you to write in your empty cup. We're going to call this your faithful cup of prayers. One cup that you're going to get is your faithful cup of prayers. So for the single moms, I want you to start writing down all the characteristics that you would like in a husband. You want him to be God-fearing. You want him to be single. You want him to be patient. You want him to be kind. You want him to put you first. And I want you to add that to your cup. I want your cup. I want you to put 2 prayer requests in your cup at least a day. I want your prayer requests to be so full. Let's say you're a mom and you have a child on drugs or a loved one on drugs. I want you to pray for sobriety over your loved one, right? And once you pray for that, I want you to put that prayer request in your cup. Because this cup right here is for you. This cup, the first cup is going to be your cup that God is going to fill. If you wake up in the morning, that means that God has given you another day, a new day, a new day of mercies, a full cup, right? And then in this next cup, I want you to write down all your prayer requests because you got to have faith. God says if you have faith as small as a mustard seed and you ask a mountain to be moved and it is in his will, guess what? That mountain is gone. that mountain is gone. And there's a lot of, Angela said her brother needs sobriety. Sis, had I been praying for my little sister Patricia, I believe if I would have prayed for her the way, instead of just talking about it, if I would have just got my card, put my prayer request into my cup, my prayer cup, and began to pray, I believe at this moment my sister would have not died to this day. I didn't pray hard enough. My prayers weren't serious. But that's going to change. It's going to change for a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are not going to be like me. A lot of you guys are going to do more prayer and less talking. Yes.